Has been filed at Ashok Nagar police station in Bengaluru by T.A. Joseph, managing director of the Confident Group, seeking legal action following the death of Dr. C.J. Roy, chairman of the group. According to the complaint, Dr. Roy had visited the office around 3 p.m. to give a statement to the Income Tax Department. He was later found unresponsive in his cabin, with the door locked from the inside. Investigations are underway to determine the circumstances of his death. So this, of course, is a story, viewers, that we've been tracking since morning for you. And we were previously discussing the death of Dr. C.J. Roy. Now, there's a lot of discussion around it, whether it's a suicide or what really has happened in this case. So we are all wondering what's really happened. And of course, we, NewsX, brought you a collated profile of this man on your screen, who's highly educated, very accomplished professionally. I do have Belly Thomas joining me with more details. Belly, what more can you tell us? We're going to try and reconnect with Belly Thomas. But viewers, as I was telling you, this man is extremely successful, and sadly, of course, I have to add the word was, because he's no more. So there's a lot of conversation going around whether it was, of course, it was a suicide, but then why has it really happened? Could a raid contribute to him, an accomplished man, a very educated man, committing suicide? That's really the question that has to be answered. And we're tracking this very closely for you on NewsX, and we've been getting you every minute detail since morning about the death of Dr. Roy. He's, of course, the chairman of the Confident Group, the managing director. Belly Thomas is joining me with more details. Belly, what more can you tell us? You're live from the location.
Vaishali, right now I am at the Confident Group building here in Langford Town in central Bengaluru. This is the place where C.J. Roy had died by suicide, and his cabin is on the first floor of this building. So this is the building that you see here, where he was summoned by the income tax officials yesterday for scrutinizing certain documents and collecting some signatures on them from him. So he had arrived at this office at around 3 o'clock, and a team of around 12 income tax officials were
12 income tax officials were here at this office. And you can see there are 3 offices situated in this building owned by him. It's Structures and Projects India, and Confident Mega Movies and Events, and Confident Entertainments India Private Limited. So these 3 offices are registered here in Bengaluru central town, where the raids were apparently carried out by the IT officials over the past 3 days. And now his family is coming out with allegations as to there were constant harassment from IT officials, which could be the reason that led to C.J. Roy taking the extreme step, is what is being coming out at this point of time. So the police are recording statements of the family members at a private hotel in Halsuru in Bengaluru, and meanwhile the post-mortem is being conducted at the Boring Hospital morgue in Shivaji Nagar. And as of now, an official statement from the income tax officials are also awaited. So what happened yesterday at around 3 p.m. is what, like, C.J. Roy was asked to come to this building by the income tax officials who were already here, and he had asked the officials that he would go into his cabin to bring certain documents, and he had closed the door on them. He had locked from inside, and then between 3 and 3:10, it was at that time when they heard a gunshot, and the managing director of the Confident Group owned by C.J. Roy, his name is T.A. Joseph, he had to break open the door of his cabin to get inside. When he saw his boss was sitting on the seat with a blood-stained shirt, he had apparently shot himself with a pistol onto his left chest, and he was seated on his chair. So when they checked on him, the body was cold. By then they had called the ambulance. The ambulance personnel arrived, and they also checked the body, and they immediately wanted him to be shifted to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. So this happened yesterday while the police are conducting investigations as to whether he would have left some notes or death note as such, or he would have recorded something on his mobile. So everything is being investigated as of now. A diary has been seized by the officials where they have found phone numbers of film personalities in that, and again his family members are being questioned, and their statements are also being recorded at this moment at this
Well, stay on with me. I'll come back to you
Vaishali.
now. Statements of family members of Confident Group Chairman C.J. Roy are being recorded at a hotel in Hilasiru as investigators gather details, including when he last contacted others. Authorities have seized his diary, which reports say contain phone numbers of several film personalities. The Income Tax Department is expected to issue a clarification soon, with sources adding that Dr. Roy was not questioned yesterday and officials interacted in a cordial manner without any pressure. Belly Thomas, of course, is live with us from Dr. Roy's office. What more can you tell us, Belly?
Vaishali, the family members still allege that there has been harassment meted out from the income tax officials to the real estate tycoon C.J. Roy, and his brother has come on record to say that it was his birthday on January 8th, and he had a phone conversation with C.J. Roy at that time. He had mentioned about this harassment meted out by a team of income tax officials. Especially, he had gone on to name an officer who is ranked additional commissioner income tax, and he's from Kochi, whose name is Krishna Prasad, and also another officer who is deputy commissioner rank Nitin Biju, also a part of the IT raid team, who has been in constant touch with C.J. Roy, and this is not the first time his organization has been raided. So this has been happening in Bengaluru for the past three days, and earlier in December also raids were conducted, but as and when the harassment level was increasing is what the family members allege, and later on they had spoken among themselves, and they had now moved on to lodge a formal complaint with the Ashok Nagar police, stating that this needs to be investigated as to what led to C.J. Roy taking this extreme step by shooting himself dead. So now the family wants to the police to investigate into the circumstances that led to his death, because a lot of things other than the harassment by the IT department, the in-depth details of what exactly the threadbare manner what had made him take this extreme step is what is being probed as of now, and the police are trying to ascertain this from the statements of the family members, as well as going through the records or whatever they have seized from Roy's office here.